Hey everyone, so today is day 28, so that's 3 days to go, including today, so not long. And today I want to talk about football, Manchester United, and the European Super League. So I've generally enjoyed watching football in my life. As a teenager, I kind of dabbled with who I supported with. I'm from Northern Ireland, so there's no one I must support. So I supported West Ham for a few years. I think I was almost trying not to support the big clubs. But during that time, I would watch Manchester United play in the European tournaments, and sort of grew to enjoy watching them. It's always better to watch a winning team, I guess. And so towards the start of university, I sort of switched to supporting Manchester United full time, and still watch lots of their games. You know, it's a simple distraction, something to entertain us, I guess. But yeah, it's still enjoyable. And definitely this season, United's have had a good season, and I'm happy about that. Hopefully we can win the league one day soon. Maybe next year. Who knows? Who knows? You know, there's a fair chance. Hopefully we can win the UEFA League, like the Europa League this year. That would be fantastic. So the other thing I want to talk about is the European Super League. So in the last few weeks, you know, there was all this talk around breakaway clubs in all the major European leagues. You know, some of the 12 biggest clubs wanting to break away and form this European Super League. And then there was this big backlash by the fans and the media, in effect. And you know, lots of these big clubs pulled out and started complaining at their leadership, you know, the money men in football. So it was perceived certainly as a victory for the fans and for football in general that this European Super League didn't go ahead. You know, UEFA also came out strongly against the European Super League, and you know, the Premier League itself came out against it, and there was lots of furore around it. So right now the European Super League isn't going to happen. But I guess my take on it is really what I want to share right now. You know, believe it or not, it doesn't really matter. I just sort of, my sense of the whole situation is that this is just the first step in the European Super League becoming a reality. And so the purpose of this step, of these clubs stepping out to form it, was to have this backlash and to give this sense that, you know, the people in football in general actually listen to the fans. So we're just being conditioned with the idea that the European Super League could happen, and then we're being given this perception that, you know, the fans have been listened to and are cared about. But I would suspect that at some point in the next 6 months, next year maybe, even the next 2 years, there'll be some form of financial crisis in football. And then the kind of reluctant response to that would be that, you know, this European Super League does get set up, and then potentially it will be suggested that it can, you know, drip feed some money down into the lower reaches of football to support some of the remaining clubs. So I fundamentally don't believe that the European Super League will go away, and I actually think this was a calculated first step in its creation. So anyway, that's just my thoughts. We'll see what happens in the next year or so. I guess I'll probably support Manchester United regardless. But yeah, it's all just distracting us, I guess. So anyway, yeah, just some thoughts for today. 2 more days to go. And you know, thanks again for listening. Have a great Sunday. It's a beautiful day here in London. I hope it's a great day wherever you are. Take care.